Check it out.
Wêreldwyd net vir jou. Bokradio.co.za.
So, James, welcome to South Africa, first of all, and then secondly, welcome to Bok Radio. This is the home of country music in South Africa.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited to finally be sitting down here. It's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome, and I just want to say to everybody that missed the show yesterday, and I wrote it on my social media pages, I think of all the live performances, and I've seen plenty. I mean, I'm a veteran of probably in excess of 1,000 shows. And of all that 1,000 shows, I think this was probably last night the best single show, solo show, that I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
Well done.
That's huge. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's incredible. So I'm looking forward to just giving the listeners some of that happened yesterday, and just traveling with you guys and touring with you. I just want to say you are just a nice guy. Come on. So what do you do wrong? Do you pick your nose, or what? Is there anything that we should know about?
You might have to ask my wife for that. I'm sure she can give you a list of things.
Is she awake?
She is awake. It's not too bad. I think it's probably like 11 o'clock or something back in Australia at the moment.
Yeah. Are you coping with a jet lag? How's that?
I feel... Yeah, my body definitely hasn't adjusted yet. I was up at about 4 o'clock this morning and wide awake, and yesterday morning I was up at 1 o'clock in the morning, so I haven't quite, adjusted yet, but I feel good right now, so let's just roll with that.
Yes. Let's go with that. Okay. James Johnston in the house. So when we started playing your music and when we started getting into your sound and your stuff, we said, we found the video on YouTube of I think it was an audition for The Voice, and a promise that we made. We said James Johnston is going to sit in the studio and he's going to do Raw.
We did.
So can we ask you to please do Raw for us, because that was a promise we made to the listeners.
Okay. I have to say, so that video is probably getting on near 10 or 11 years old now. And the last time that I sang that was when that video was recorded. So I'm going to do my best, but we might just do a little bit of a chorus, a bit of a sample of the song, because I don't think I remember the whole thing.
Okay.
And it's also very early in the morning, and this is a big song to sing in the morning, but we'll see how we go. I got the eye of the tiger, fighter, dancing with the fire. I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar, roar, roar. I got the eye of the tiger, fighter, dancing with the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, you're gonna hear me roar.
Oh, that's good enough. Okay. We'll settle for that. That'll settle it.
I don't even think those were the right lyrics exactly. But anyway,
Okay, we're all warmed up now.
that's it. All right, we're ready to keep going.
Who cares? Okay, so James, tell us about yourself. Fascinating to hear your story. Small town in Australia. Where exactly are you from? How big is the town? And how did you grow up? What did you do on the farm? Your dad owns a farm. Are you one of those guys that were working on the tractors and working on everything to keep the farm running, or were you always just into music and lying in your bedroom playing guitar?
I think a bit of all of the above, to be honest. So I grew up in a little town called Wingham in New South Wales in Australia. And that town had about 2,500 people, and just a beautiful little town. Everyone knew everybody sort of place. And we grew up about 20 minutes out of town, but my parents actually owned the local farm machinery dealership. So they sold the tractors and the lawnmowers and all that sort of stuff to the community. And we also lived on a farm and we raised beef cattle on that farm. So, country life and country music was always just part of that story. I used to travel around in my dad's. By the way, I just learnt this morning. Bucky, which is
Yes.
we call it the Ute, and I
Yeah.
think Americans call it the truck.
Truck.
You know, and it's the Bucky. So I used to travel around in my dad's Bucky, and we just used to listen to country music, and that was from a really young age. He used to go out, service tractors and all that sort of thing, and we'd be out on the dairy farms and all that sort of thing. And country music was just part of that story. It was Willie Nelson, it was Waylon Jennings, it was Garth Brooks, it was Alan Jackson, and we used to just listen to that music. And that really rubbed off on me because nobody in my family was a musician. But I remember I was 4 years old and my sister was learning piano at the time. And I went into the room and they started playing the guitar and I just started singing. And I started singing Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks. And my very first performance was at my local daycare centre, and when I was 4 years old, and I sang Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks, and I had a big hat on, and I had the boots on, and I had a guitar that I couldn't play. And at that time, everybody else was singing nursery rhymes and the Wiggles and everything like this. And here's this 4-year-old kid with a cowboy hat coming out singing Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks. And if you know that song, not a very appropriate song for a 4-year-old to be singing either.
Which part?
A sad drinking song for a 4-year-old. I'm not sure about that. But honestly, it was just, and ever since that moment, I've just kind of loved music. I've loved country music. If anybody would have ever asked me, it was always James the singer. Those two things were always intertwined. And so much of what I do now and so much of the music that I write, it was inspired from those years growing up. The farm's still in the family, which is great, and still go back there. But I spent my whole life growing up in that little community and on that land, and that's just inspired so much of the songs that I write today and the stories that I tell.
And you wrote a song about that, and you played it last night, and I'm going to ask you to do that for us after 7 o'clock. What's it called? Worth Its Weight in Gold? Or?
Yeah. So that story is really about, people are kind of always looking for the next, the cash out and everything like that. But there's something about, knowing that a place is worth more than just its land value. And it's, for us, it's the family farm, and it's all the memories that are tied up in that land. And it tells the story of somebody coming and knocking on our door and trying to make us offer, they want to develop the land. And, it was from my dad's perspective, but he kind of just ended up saying, no, this is not for sale. This is our family's, and this is going to stay in the family for generations. And it's a really, really powerful, really song that means a whole of a lot to me.
I've got a message for you as well, James. I'm going to share this one with you. The first part of it, the first couple of seconds, is in Afrikaans, but then he goes to English for the question for you.
Goeiemôre Wimpie en span. Baie dankie vir julle mooi program. Ek wil graag daar vir julle gaskunstenaar James Johnson 'n vraagie vra. En ek gaan dit in Engels doen dat ek kan verstaan.
Here comes your part.
James, what do you prefer honestly? Beef jerky or South African biltong?
So I've got a story to tell about this. So the very first night I was in the hotel room, there was a big slab of, I guess, biltong is. I didn't realize that it came in just a whole slab of meat. And
Slab of meat.
I could not stop eating it. And to the point where I had it for breakfast. I was eating it at night. I woke up at about 1 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep, and I just started eating this biltong. So I got to be honest, I'm sold. I'm going to be taking some home with me. It's great.
It makes you thirsty, though. You're
Yeah.
going to be drinking water all day long.
Right, okay.
Especially if you wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and have biltong.
I don't think it's a breakfast food for most people, but it was
It's
great.
handy.
Yeah.
So, James, you were talking about Garth Brooks earlier on, and I had the privilege of seeing him live, and what a performer. And I think he can, probably next to you, Garth Brooks was the best live show that I've seen solo. I saw his one-man show in Las Vegas, and I thought that was incredible. And then you came along and just said, oh, Garth Brooks, who's he? So I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite Garth Brooks song?
Oh, so Friends in Low Places. It has to kind of come back to that for me because that's the song that kind of kicked it off and kicked off my love for country music. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Do you want to do that one?
I can.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go to James. He's going to do the cover of one of our favorite songs of one of our favorite country artists here on Country Thursday.
Leaving all of my roots, I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair. Last one to know, last one to show I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise, the fear in his eyes as I took his glass of champagne. I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through. You'll never hear me complain, 'cause I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. Well, I'm not big on social graces. Think I'll slip on down to the Oasis, 'cause I got friends in lower places. Well, I guess I was wrong, I just don't belong. But hey, I've been there before. Everything's alright, just say goodnight and I'll show myself to the door. Well, now I didn't mean to cause a big scene, so give me an hour and then I'll be as high as that ivory tower y'all living down, 'cause I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. Well, I'm not big on social graces. Think I'll slip on down to the Oasis, so I got friends in lower places. Yeah, I got friends in lower places.
Always wanted Garth Brooks in the studio.
So, as a 4-year-old, this was the song you chose.
This was the song. This was the song that I sang at 4 years old. A little bit
What a
higher as we were
rocker.
like, I got
Got a voice note for you.
Good morning, breakfast team and James. This is Anne-Marie. James, I want to tell you there's only 2 Afrikaans words you need to remember and 1 phrase, namely braaivleis, braaibroodjie, and South Africa, ek like jou kwaai. Welcome in South Africa. I hope you have a blast of a time. Bye.
Awesome.
I love it. Thank you very much, Emery. We might need to replay that so I can get that singing. What was the last one? I want to pick up on that.
Ek like jou kwaai.
At like your kwai.
Yeah.
There you
Your
go.
kwai. And what does that mean?
I really like you.
Oh, well, I really like you too, Emery. Thank you very much.
So, James, you were talking about growing up on the farm and with your dad and etc. So now you are married yourself, 2 kids, 2 boys.
Yeah.
You're going to try for a 3rd one?
My wife wants to. Let's go with that. So, I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's when we're flying around, having the 2 kids is enough at the moment. To be honest, that's a bit of a juggle. So I'm happy with 2.
Are you bringing them back for the Cape Town Country Festival? Are you bringing them here? Are they going to be traveling with you?
Yeah, so my wife's definitely coming with me next time, and just waiting to see if the kids are going to be with the grandparents or if they're going to come over. So I haven't quite decided on that one just yet.
Okay, awesome. So what would a normal day in the life of James Johnston be like? If you were at home now, what would you be doing more or less this time?
It always changes. I think the nature of what I do, I'm traveling a lot, but one of the great things is that I know my family aren't here on this trip, but they come with me a lot of the time. So we're actually on the road a lot, and it's funny. I'm a bit of a morning person normally, so this is not too bad. I said the jet lag's got me out of whack a little bit, but I'm normally up with my son at about 5 o'clock in the morning, and we go out, go for a run first thing in the morning, and then it's just fairly normal, to be honest, getting the kids ready for school and all that sort of thing. And then my day, I guess, normally kicks off at about 8 o'clock, and I spend a lot of time writing music. I spend a lot of time in the studio. I've got a studio at home, and that's most of my day, sitting there just writing songs and coming up with different things. And so that's kind of my normal day. But then at the same time, we're on the road a lot. So on the road, it's a hotel room. It's the same things as that, but it's getting out there. It's doing a 5-hour drive to the next show, or hopping on a plane somewhere, and it's always a bit of a juggle.
Getting a phone call in. Somebody asked you, because, you famous people probably sit there and, let me give my buddy Keith Urban a call. I haven't spoken to him for a while. Does that happen?
It's funny. Not Keith, not yet, but it is a bit bizarre sometimes. For me, so many of my childhood heroes are now my peers, my friends. I call them up and we have a chat. And there's certain moments when I hop off the phone to one of my heroes, and I'm like, this is bizarre. I grew up listening to this man's music or something, and it becomes normal after a while, but it's always funny when I'm around my parents or something like that, or I'm with my dad, and I said, I've just got to get this phone call from, there's a big artist in Australia called Lee Kernaghan, and I'll get off the phone to him, and I'm like, yeah, g'day, mate. And we're having a chat, and Dad's just looking at us like, is that's Lee Kernaghan? And you're like, yeah, that's Lee. So it's pretty cool though. I still don't take it for granted. That things have changed pretty quickly for me. I only put Raised Like That out 2.5 years ago, and I've been making music my whole life, but I was writing songs in my bedroom most of the time. Most of my life I've made my living through music, but I was playing just bars, and I was playing other people's music, and I was playing Keith Urban's songs, and the whole idea of traveling around the world and playing big festivals and everything, that was just always a dream. I'd sit in my bedroom, write songs, and that was the dream, but I never really believed that it was all going to come off. And there was a moment for me where I just realized that I had to start telling my story. All these hundreds of songs that I'd written in my bedroom, I was like, it's time to start putting them out there. And when I did, my life changed pretty quickly.
Yeah, and we're all glad you did. So
thank you.
So one of the things that people don't probably know is that when we started putting together this whole festival, there were two people pretty much in my mind that I really wanted, and you were one of them. Kip was always going to come back, and I said, I want James Johnston. And that was quite a mission just to get to you. Eventually got to you, and I was so glad when you said yes. How did you feel when you got the call to come to South Africa, who's probably not the best known for country music in the world? How did you feel when you got the call?
So there's a whole story that kind of I feel led me to this moment. And I'm a big believer is what you put out into the universe, you kind of get back. And coming over to South Africa has been something that I've wanted to do since the very moment that I saw Kip was coming here. I was following along on his journey, and I was, like a lot of people, I was just blown away. I saw what happened and the crowds and everything like that. And I remember I picked up the phone to Bo, and he said, Bo's my manager, by the way. And I said, I want to go to South Africa. And I remember I was doing a radio interview similar to this, and I was co-hosting the interview, and Kip Moore came in. He was one of the guests, and I asked him at the end of it. I said, "So tell me about South Africa," and he just lit up in that moment. He said it was just the craziest experience. He said, I didn't know that anybody was listening to my music in South Africa, and I met this fella, this guy from South Africa. His name was Wimpy, and he took me on this journey, and all of a sudden I was playing in a stadium, and he was just so excited about it, and it really just lit that fire in me. And then a couple of months later, I walked into a room, and I was writing with a fella called Rowan Ash, South African,
Yeah.
And he was telling me a similar sort of story, and he was just absolutely singing your praises, and he said, I'll make an introduction or something like that. And it just, I feel like there was always a path to getting here. It was just all these things that kept happening, and South Africa kind of kept popping up, and your name kept popping up. And so when I got the call, I was absolutely just buzzing, to come full circle. Honestly, when I found out that I'd been invited and you invited me to come over, I was just so excited. But I definitely feel like I've been putting that out into the world for a little while now.
And you know what? You hardballed me now that I think of it. Because I was like, okay, let's make an offer. And then there was a counter offer. I should have just said no.
That's what I've got a good manager for that reason. That's the
Yeah, he's awesome. There's a question that came in, and I'm glad somebody asked this because we spoke about this, and I thought it was a bit weird. So the person wants to know, Naleta. She says, "Goeiemôre julle, net vraagie aan hom." She wants to know if you can eat kangaroo meat. And I know you and I had this discussion. Yes, you can. So what does it taste like?
So you definitely can. But I found out this one strange thing about this, which is Australia is the only country in the world that eats its national emblem. So the answer is yes, we eat kangaroo.
I said to you, it's like a pet. You're eating your pet.
Yeah, but we also eat springbuck.
Yeah, but it's not a pet.
So I had ostrich for the first time 2 days ago.
Yeah, it'll be very similar.
Yeah, it was similar. Yeah, it's very, very, very gamey, but it's
And a very lean meat.
very good for you. So I used to when I was trying to get in real good shape, I used to eat a lot of kangaroo meat. There's no fat. It's very, but it's got to be cooked right. It's one of those ones. You cook it wrong, it tastes terrible. Cook it right, it's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, not sure about that one. There's just something about a kangaroo. I mean, we've seen all the videos. Do they really? We saw a video of a guy boxing a kangaroo.
So we've all seen that video, and I've been asked about that, especially when I go to America. Everyone says, do you guys actually box kangaroos over there?
Is it a sport?
You know, I have to say, it's about as shocking as to an Australian as it is to a South African or to an American. You know, we don't see that all the time. And but there's some pretty crazy guys that live, you know, out in the middle of nowhere that probably box kangaroos. So, you know.
And the story with kangaroos and dogs. Do they drown dogs? We also see videos of that.
Yeah, seen them. So kangaroos, especially the ones, so there's different breeds of kangaroos, right? But the ones that live, you know, really in the desert and everything, they're really jacked. They're like, well, not jacked, like muscly and these big kangaroos. And yeah, I've seen the videos too. I don't know much about this, but I've seen them drown dogs and, you know, fight drunk Australians. So it's, honestly, it's I wouldn't want to face up to a kangaroo.
No,
to be honest.
No. Okay, so shall we do the song you did last night? Is that out anywhere on streaming platforms or anything?
It is, yeah. So this is one of the songs on the album,
Okay.
and it's
So
called.
let me just tell you that somebody sent me a message, a friend of mine, Yaku. Thanks, Yaku. He says, look at the figures. So your Spotify sent me on the 14th. He sent me this. He says, just got to get it right. He says, 14 April versus today. Monthly listeners. So your monthly listeners on Spotify for the album went up in the last couple of days by almost 70,000.
Wow,
So
that's very exciting.
something is cooking here in South Africa. I'm going to tell you it's in South Africa. So I think something is cooking, James, and I think this is the start of big things.
Thank you.
For you and your South African relationship. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait for the rest of it.
Well, I saw the numbers only yesterday, and a crazy thing was that I had more people listen to my album yesterday than I did the day that I released it. So it's which is incredibly exciting for me. And you know, the song that started it all, Raised Like That, has been out for 2.5 years, and yesterday it had its biggest streaming day ever. More people listened to it yesterday than it's ever listened to it before, which is incredibly exciting.
Great stuff. South Africa, pat yourself on the back. Okay, here we go. This is one of my favorite songs at the moment. Heard it yesterday. Why didn't I pick it up on the album? I wonder. Okay, but let's go.
That's it. The real estate man came around at 8. Must have heard I was in town. The granddad's estate, and he parked his Benz under that old birch tree. He said, name your price, man, I'll get you a deal. Not a word about granddad. Where that was real, I guess he figured those 40 acres didn't mean much to me. So I sat him down, and I set him straight. Don't show up in your suit trying to spend your money, thinking you can buy whatever you want. There's memories here that can't be bought and sold. Don't show up and say that you got what I'm needing. Want your money, it's your best get to leaving. You'll never get your hands on this home. Oh, this dirt's worth its weight in gold. Come inside, I got some things to show you. These frames on the walls, they ain't just photos. Every picture here's got a story to tell. That little boy in the tractor, yeah, that's me, helping Dad sold a paddock back in '93. We had our struggles, but that was one hell of a year. And that one Granddad planting that seed, now it's that big old bird that you parked underneath. Hope you take a good look, you're driving on out of here. Yeah, so don't show up in your suit trying to spend your money, thinking you can buy whatever you want. There's memories here that can't be bought and sold. Don't show up and say that you got what I'm needing. Want your money, it's your best get to leave it. You'll never get your hands on this home. Oh, this dirt's worth its weight in gold. Grab a handful of dirt in my fist, let it pour out on the ground around me. It's where I was born and this is where I'll be buried. Don't show up trying to spend your money, thinking you can buy whatever you want. There's memories here that can't be bought and sold. Don't show up and say that you got what I need. If you want your money, it's your best get to leave. You'll never get your hands on this home. Oh, this dirt's worth its weight in gold. Weight in gold, yeah. Weight in gold. This dirt's worth its weight in gold.
The story that it tells.
Wow, what a story. What a song.
I could literally see that sand just pouring out of your hand.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, well done. Jeez, getting all choked up here.
And I think that's the thing with your music. For us as South Africans, it's so relatable.
Yeah.
There are so many symmetries between us and you guys as Australians that I think it's just so palatable.
Yeah, that's what I'm finding, and it's something that, to be honest, I never thought about. You know, for me, it was like I just tell stories of my little hometown and my little small town that I grew up in Australia. But as I start to travel around the world more, I start to realize that my story is so similar to so many people's story around the world, and it doesn't really reflect on the language that you speak or the country you come from, but so many of those values. You know, we talked about this the other day. You know, there's the song "Raised Like That," the one that kicked it all off for me. But you know, where a man's words as firm as his handshake. You know, some of those ideas, that's true in South Africa as it is in Australia.
Yeah.
I think it's a universal language, and I think it's one that sadly is in this world we're living in is just getting lost in translation, and it's a pity because your word should be as good as your handshake. Your handshake should be it. Shouldn't be any need for anything else. If you're a real person, and I think I picked that up with you, and I think you come from a real. I would love to meet your family. Love to meet your
We'd
dad.
love to have you in Australia.
Yeah,
Next time,
yeah,
come over and I'll take you on the
absolutely.
farm. We'll have a bonfire, and that'll be great. That's what we do down
Box
there.
some kangaroos.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do it. I mean, let's go do the breakfast show in
Yo,
Australia.
please.
Down under.
Please come
Yeah.
over. We will honestly. I'm going to say it here on air right now. But if you come to Australia, you come to our property, and we'll do the breakfast show live from around the campfire in Australia. I think that will be perfect.
Okay, that's a
Booked.
deal. We're going to do that. James, there's a song, Country Boys, which is probably all about that, bonfires, and probably what you guys do over there. And it's also one of my favorites. So if you would, and last night when you did this, the whole place just came down. So just hold on to your steering wheel wherever you're sitting in your car, whatever you're doing. James Johnson's going to rock you now.
Country boys, let's do it. Changing tuning live on air.
It's all real.
It's
it.
all real.
Dirt bikes on weekends and trucks we take drifting. Yeah, that's actually. I'm gonna change this to the South African. Let's go. Dirt bikes on weekends and buckies we take drifting. Yeah, that's what we call toys. Old boots and blue jeans, no, there's no mistaking. We were country boys. No city inside, dirt road for miles. Yeah, it was a hell of a life. 'Cause we were building bonfires on Friday nights. We were chasing around them girls we liked. We were just some kids hanging out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, we were spending summer swimming in that creek. We didn't have much, but we had all we needed, and it wasn't our choice. And I'm thankful I was one of them small town, knock around country boys. Jump off the deep end to prove you're a real man was something you couldn't avoid. Nah, that's just what you did. You grew up like this as one of them country boys. Yeah, we were building bonfires on Friday nights. We were chasing around them girls we liked. We were just some kids hanging out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, we were spending summer swimming in that creek. We didn't have much, but we had all we needed, and it wasn't our choice. And I'm thankful I was one of them small town, knock around country boys. Oh, yeah, one of them country boys. Oh, no city inside, dirt road for miles. Yeah, it was a hell of a life. 'Cause we were building bonfires on Friday nights. We were chasing around some girls we liked. Yeah, we were just some kids hanging out in the middle of nowhere. Just like when we were spending summer swimming in that creek. Now we didn't have much, but we had all we needed, and it wasn't our choice. But I'm thankful I was one of them small town, knock around country boys. Oh, yeah, one of them country boys. Oh, yeah, one of them country boys.
James, I knew this was going to happen. South Africans are funny people, and they would put you into funny situations if you allow them to. So I knew somebody would somewhere along the line start teaching you Afrikaans words.
Bliksem, is a mooi song. There's another word for you, James.
Okay, but how do we translate that?
I have no idea what they just said, so
Bliksem.
fill me in.
Thunder.
Yeah, so it's just an exclamation of emotion that
Okay.
has impact.
So what's the word? Tell me.
Bliksem.
Bliksem.
Yes.
All right. So like country Bliksem, country thunder. Is that would that be
Yeah,
right? or no?
it's more of a...
It's more the other way around. Bliksem country.
yeah.
Bliksem country. Okay.
Yeah.
For us, please.
Yeah. There's another one here for you.
Goeiemôre Wimpy en Kie. And good morning James. Welcome in South Africa from the seniors in South Africa and our grandchildren. You are a great inspiration for our grandchildren, and we as seniors, we are too frail to go to the music festivals, but we love your music and we listen to you on the radio, and you have an incredible voice. Thank you. Have a good and a safe trip.
Oh, thank you so much.
what a
Isn't that
beautiful
lovely? That
message.
just fills my heart. I really appreciate that.
And
Thank
I think
you so
she
much.
touched on something that we've been speaking about, is that your music has a very wholesome value to it.
Yeah, for me, I love the idea that my music is a celebration to this way of life. I talk about small town values and everything, and I want it to be a celebration. I want that to translate between anybody of any age. That somebody in their 70s can listen to this, and a kid that's growing up on the land that's 5 years old can listen to this and still feel that same connection. And that's really important for me.
James, welcome to South Africa. Please sing My People.
My people. Yeah.
I think there's something to be said for this song, because when we started listening to you and started playing you on air, that's exactly what we said. We said, this guy's lyrics, he's just like us. It's exactly what the song says, My People. So I think you resonate with a lot of South Africans on that note. So let's do it, My People.
All right, let's do it. Got the beers in the back and we all roll up in a four-wheel drive so we don't get stuck. Got a 3-day pass to see our favorite bands. We got a few good shirts, get a little dressed up, but by the end of the night we'll be dancing in the mud. And if you ain't one of us, you won't understand. I'm talking about my people. Keep it simple, don't need much, just a song with a fiddle. When we get together, it's gonna get loud. Let me tell you who I'm talking about. I'm talking about my people. Get the lights down low, getting ready for the show. Met a girl at the bar 5 minutes ago. Now she's out on the dance floor holding my hand. Oh, but all we're looking for is a hell of a time. So if you're doing nothing, come around tonight, and I can introduce you to all my friends. I'm talking about my people. Keep it simple, don't need much, just a song with a fiddle. When we get together, it's gonna get loud. Let me tell you who I'm talking about. I'm talking about my people. I'm talking about my people. Out here, this is living. So welcome to the show. Let's take it to the limit. So get ready to roll. I'm talking about my people. Keep it simple, don't need much, just a song with a fiddle. And when we get together, it's gonna get loud. Let me tell you who I'm talking about. I'm talking about my people. Alright, so if anybody was there last night at the show, this is how we finished the show last night. But we've got a crowd of about 4 here, so I reckon we can try it live on air. Alright, so we're singing My people, my people, said my people, my, I said my people. Oh, that's it. I'm talking about my people. Keep it simple, don't need much, just a song with a fiddle. When we get together, it's gonna get loud. Let me tell you who I'm talking about. Talk about my people. Yeah, I'm talking about my people. Oh, I'm talking about my people. Yeah.
Wow, dude. So now, just imagine that with a live band and the whole thing at the Cape Town Country Festival. It is going to be incredible, and I can't wait to hear this with a full band. Tell us about your band.
So, I love my band. I'll start with that. You know, they're my second family. They really are. I talk about my road family. You know, my guitarist is the guy that's been with me the longest. So, he started playing with me about 10 years ago. And when he first started playing, this guy was the shyest person you'll ever meet in your entire life. He learnt jazz music, and he used to sit there and just stare at his guitar. He wouldn't look at the audience. He wouldn't move, nothing. And every single time we used to play a show, I always used to set him one challenge. All right, today, your challenge. The first challenge is just to look at the audience. That was your first challenge. And as we kind of built on, the next one is, you know, put one foot up on the fold back. Let's get a little bit rock star, you know. And now 10 years later, I can't stop him. So now he's standing on the fold backs, he's spinning around and everything like that. But, you know, he's my best friend in the world. He was one of my groomsmen at my wedding. And, you know, so my band is just so much part of my family as well. And I'm so excited for you to meet them all and, you know, to be on the road and kind of having this big adventure. You know, we've been growing together. It wasn't always playing big festivals. Sometimes it was playing little bars to nobody. And then we've grown, and the fact that we get to do this now, and the fact that they're getting to travel around the world with me, it's really cool.
We have to go to news, and I'm like,
Ag, jammer man.
can we just? Is there anything in the news with
Oorlog en sulke goed.
stories about war and
War,
stuff? Shall we skip the news?
Yeah, it's up to you.
We'll just do the news sponsor, and then the news is James Johnston is here.
Yeah, that's the biggest
So
news.
that's the big one. So James, there's a whole just to be people have to know this. If you're going to go to the rugby on Saturday, so Cape Townians are big on rugby, especially. You know that we are the world champions.
Oh, as you've reminded me about the 10th time. So, yeah.
We're just scared you may forget.
So
That's all right.
we just won back-to-back world titles, and the Springboks are sort of South Africa's pride in the sporting world. Not only in the sporting world, I think for everything they represent and what they mean to the rest of South Africans in general, and not only it's South Africans of all walks of life. Support the Springboks, and we stand behind them, and it's important for us to have Australians like yourself know that, you know, we are the world champions 4 times. We've won the World Cup 4 times, and that just proves that on the rugby field we are your seniors. And you should acknowledge that.
Need
always.
to respect that. Okay.
So this Saturday we are coming back to Cape Town. It's been a hectic week. So let me just tell you what James has been up to in the past week. It has been absolutely hectic. And kudos to you with jet lag and everything to be doing what you're doing now at the moment. I mean, I was just, when I woke up this morning, I thought, you know, if he doesn't pitch, it's okay. I'll understand. So yesterday we went to Espresso for the morning breakfast show. And we sat there, and the sound guy came and he spoke to me, and he said to me, okay, so his tracks, there's no vocals on it. And I said, no, there's not. He sings. And he went, but, you know, most artists, they don't want to take the chance, so they mime.
Yeah, I mean, it's early in the morning.
Yeah, so they don't want to chance it. They mime. Are you sure? Because you can tell him it's all right. And I just looked at him, and I thought I wasn't going to say anything. And James went and he did a quick sound check. And when he did the sound check, he plugged in the guitar and he started playing Tennessee Whiskey.
Oh,
And he started singing it. And everyone in that room just instantly stopped whatever they were doing. And they all turned around and they looked at him. And I went, he doesn't need the track. It's okay.
he can stand by himself.
He can stand by
He
himself.
can hold
So
his own.
he can hold his own. So James, that was absolutely phenomenal. And I think after your South African stint over here, your streaming figures are going to go through the roof. There's a lot of people that I know that have now started picking up on and people are they're sending me messages. Where can we get the album? What's the album called? And all sorts of stuff. So I think you are just going to explode on the South African country scene, definitely. This man has been up to it all day yesterday. We went to the stadium, showed him where the DHL stadium, where everything's going to happen with the country festival. And then last night, did sound check over here, did the show, left here probably just before I did, which was 12:30, 1. Got home, slept probably 2 hours, woke up with jet lag, and here he is doing this. And from here, we're going back to the stadium for a sound check again for Saturday. And then we're going to do a talk show, TV, what's the opname? Recording that we're going to do in town. And then getting onto a plane at 7 o'clock tonight, fly to Joburg for Martin Bester on Jacaranda Friday morning live. He's going to be doing pretty much what he's doing now. And then from there, we're going to Lekker FM in Pretoria, and from there to Radio Pretoria. And yesterday, we just got ETV's breakfast show sent us an email. They saw what he did, and he must come there. So he's going to do a recording for that, and then fly back tomorrow, and Saturday afternoon be at the DHL Stadium, where the game between the Stormers and Ospreys. So you have to be there half an hour before the game, because James is going to be on the field with his guitar, and he's going to be walking around, and he's going to be playing a few songs for 10 minutes roundabout.
Yeah, about 10.
And then he's got a writing session with a guy called Apple, who we all know quite well.
Very excited about that one.
Yeah, that's happening on Sunday all day, and then Monday morning fly back to Joburg, and from Joburg fly back to Australia. So that is a hectic schedule, and I just want to say well done to you that you've been able to do it.
No.
So we're gonna, you know what? For that we'll skip the news. We're just gonna do the ads of the news, the stick around that's coming up. But I'm gonna ask you. When we went for that TV interview yesterday, the sound check was with Tennessee Whiskey, and everyone just stopped with what they were doing at that second, and they just all turned around and looked at you. So can we do that?
Absolutely. Do that. You want to do this one right now? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to skip the news. Don't worry about the news. There's only bad news in the news. So
right,
we'll do
you're the boss, man. If that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing.
Remember what Kip said, he does what he wants.
I love it. Used to spend my nights out in the barroom. Liquor was the only love I've known, but you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I'll stay stoned on your love all the time. Used to look for love in all the same old places. Found the bottle's always dry. But when you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. Oh, as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Yeah, honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Honey, I'll stay stoned on your love all the time.
Resting my case, Your Honor.
Yeah.
The best news bully I've ever heard.
I can't top that.
No.
Good morning, Wimpy and team, and a special welcome to James to South Africa. Getting in my car this morning, turning on the radio to Bok Radio like I normally do, and what a surprise to hear you, James, on the radio, sounding like a recording. Now that is what you call talent. I can't tell the difference if it's a CD playing Wimpy or if it's James singing live. Now I know he's singing live. And for this time in my life, I've got goosebumps from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. And I didn't know I could get any goosebumps at the bottom of my feet. James, what a talent. We are privileged to have you in our country, and we are privileged to have you perform for all of us. Awesome, awesome talent, awesome songs, brilliant. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you
Wonderful,
so much.
wonderful.
Oh, that just makes it all worth it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
And I think this is probably a good time to just say kudos to our sound guy in the studio.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually well done, Ben. This is probably your best work as well. You know, James
Humble
bringing
as
out
always.
the best in James.
It's always-
James is bringing out the best in Ben.
It's always nice. I can hear a little bit of reverb coming through my ears here, and it sounds great. So thank you, Ben.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna have to unfortunately leave James at some stage because he's got to go and prepare for a sound test that he's got at the stadium. And I don't want to exactly clean him out before he gets to Joburg, because you've conquered Cape Town now, but you still have to go conquer Joburg and Pretoria. So we're going to try to save some of your voice for that. I'm going to ask you two songs that I'm going to ask you whatever you want to do, but one of them has to be Raised Like That.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
And then any other song you want to finish off with. I can just say we can play every single voice note that's coming in, and there are literally, it's raining voice notes at the moment, just everyone saying how wonderful you are and how great you are. So from my side, I just want to say thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to South Africa. Thanks for coming to Cape Town. And thanks for gracing us with your absolute wonderful talent. And I cannot wait to see you on October the 26th at the DHL Stadium, filled hopefully to capacity with your band. Mm-hmm. And I think you are going to break down that place. So they better play all the rugby that they need now.
Yeah, get it over and
Because
done with.
there won't be a stadium standing after that. Die boodskappe reën net in en ek kan enige een speel, want hulle almal sê min of meer dieselfde. Ek gaan probeer gou-gou deur een of twee gaan. James, so everybody is just singing your praises, but there's a couple that I want to share with you. So here's one of them.
Morning, Wimpy. Morning, guys. Morning, James. I just got a small statement to make. Keep Moore, you need to pull up your socks, my friend. James is in town.
I'll share that with him. And then this
Good work. Awesomeness.
Sorry.
Recording here in the Netherlands also sounds awesome. Good work there.
Listening
Good
all the
work.
way
Awesomeness.
from the Netherlands.
Good morning, breakfast team. Hello, James.
Good morning.
Oh, I'm so excited for the show. Fest, actually. I can't wait. Now, normally, Country Thursday is my ultimate favorite day of the week. Even better than the weekend. But this morning I woke up with a headache, a massive headache. But still put the radio on because I'm not missing Country Thursday. And the last few minutes, James, with Tennessee Whiskey, you not only took my breath away, but took my headache away. So thank you. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And yeah, enjoy the tour. And we can't wait to see you at the festival.
Oh, I love that. I'm glad I can be a bit of,
Morning, guys.
help
Welcome
out.
to South
Remedy.
Africa, James.
That's it.
I have absolutely no idea how you managed to sound that flawless this early in the morning. Well done. 2 Afrikaans words for you. Liewe Donner, which translates to English as holy shit. Color me impressed. Really
Liewe
looking forward
Donner.
to the show. Take care. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Oh, wow, guys. I have to be honest. Driving this morning, listening to this guy sing live, he has got talent. He's got a supporter for life. This morning, I've been driving with goosebumps the whole way from Brackenfell all the way to Stellenbosch. And I'm actually trying to get into traffic to listen to this show because he's singing so amazing. And one of my favorites, Tennessee Whiskey, one of my favorite country songs of all time. He almost beats the original live. I have to say that. Well done, James. You've got it. And very excited to see you coming in October. We'll be there cheering for you.
Well, thank you so much.
Môre. Dit is nou vanoggend 'n baie lekker show, maar almal gaan nou aan oor James Johnston. Baie nice ou, ek hou van sy stem en hy klink nogal of hy 'n aangename persoonlikheid ook het. Maar Wimpie, ons moet dankie sê vir jou ook. Jy praat nou oor die ou se hectic schedule, maar dit klink vir my jy gaan oral saam. So vir iemand wat so jonk is soos jy, is dit ook nogal 'n hectic schedule, né?
Come on, what's wrong with 57? Come on. So they're saying that, or she's saying that, for me to keep up with your schedule at my age is quite an achievement. So thank you. Yeah,
I agree. To be honest, I'm very impressed with how sprightly you are this morning. You know, the fact that we were all out and you're back here before anybody else doing it. It's very impressive.
Thank you, James. I'll buy you a piece of biltong afterwards.
A slab of meat.
Yes. There's another one. I see. Stem het jy enige merk daar vir my? Okay, let's go to well, let's go to your choice, and then we'll end off on your big hit at the moment. Tell us where can they download the album, and where can they find you on social media, and where can they just follow James Johnston and everything that you're about, and what you everything you do in your everyday life. Where can people catch up with you?
Absolutely. So my handle on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook is James Johnston Music. All one word, Johnston with a T. So James Johnston Music, and yeah, I'm pretty active on the socials. So you get to kind of come on the journey with me and be a part of everything, and get to see my beautiful boys and everything like that. You know, I share a lot on there, and I'm very proud of my family, and so I get to come along on the journey with me.
I think what we should do is I believe in arranged marriages, you know.
Yes, I could see something forming now. Yeah.
I've got a little 9-month-old daughter. You met her.
Yeah.
And you've got 2 boys. I mean, let's talk.
2.5 and 9 months. You know, get in early.
Get in early. All right. So, what's your choice?
Well, it's actually, I want to finish off the set with a bit of feel-good music. We've played a few different styles of music, but you mentioned this one the other day when we were catching up, having a drink together, which is Keeping It Country.
Yes.
And I'll bring out a little bit of a trick for this one.
Here we go.
Some people put a record on, sip a little wine on the couch at home, close their eyes and listen to a symphony. Yeah, some people love funk and soul, rhythm and blues and rock and roll, but tonight that ain't the way it's gonna be. 'Cause we're keeping it country, keeping it country, keeping it country. Yeah, a little less city and a little more Tennessee. So grab your boots and roll on up, get a little Jack filling on that cup, 'cause tonight that's just the way it's gonna be. Yeah, we're keeping it country. Yeah, we're keeping it country. Some people dress up in suits, tie their ties and shine their shoes, and head out to a highbrow rooftop bar. Yeah, but after working all week, baby, what I need is a little chicken picking in a melody. Yeah, the jukebox playing out beer never broke my heart. So we're keeping it country. Yeah, keeping it country. Well, a little less city and a little more Tennessee. So grab your boots and roll on up, get a little Jack filling off that cup, 'cause tonight that's just the way it's gonna be. Yeah, we're keeping it country. Oh, yeah, keeping it country. Oh, sing two-step to the left, grapevine to the right, spin around in the middle. Yeah, you know what we're doing tonight, man, we're keeping it country. Yeah, keeping it country. We're a little less city and a little more Tennessee. So grab your boots and roll on up, get a little Jack filling on that cup, 'cause tonight that's just the way it's gonna be. Oh, keeping it country. Yeah, that's right, keeping it country. So grab your boots and roll on up, get a little Jack filling on that cup, 'cause tonight that's just the way it's gonna be.
What?
Hey?
Yeah. No, we're gonna keep it country.
Yeah, and even a little
we're gonna keep it
instruction
country.
there for line dance as well.
Yeah.
Really, so there's a story behind that.
Yeah.
So I'm not a line dancer myself, but I actually called somebody as I was writing that song, the one line dance that I knew, and I just written those lyrics, and I said it was two-step to the left,
Yeah.
grapevine to the right,
yeah.
spin around in the middle. That's what we're doing tonight.
Well, we do that.
And I actually called him and I said, "Is this a line dance?" And he said, "Yeah, we can do a line dance." So he ended up choreographing a line dance, and then I got him on stage only a couple of months ago with a group of people to do the line dance, which was great. So
We're going to have to learn that.
yeah,
Awesome.
definitely.
So, when you go back home, James, what's the next big thing for you?
So I'm home for a couple of weeks and then off to Nashville, actually. So I'm going to Nashville for a month, which is half work, half traveling. So I'm taking the whole family and the boys over there. It's the first time that the boys will be in America. And we're going to CMA Fest. And then we've also hired a car and we're traveling all through the south of America and just taking a family trip for a couple of weeks and letting them experience that. So, yeah, it's going to be an exciting few months.
Wonderful. Can't wait. And then off to South Africa.
Then back to South Africa, which I'm very excited about. I'm going to be counting down now. I feel like there's an energy around what's happening here. And, I've seen some of the videos from what Kip did over here, and it just looked absolutely mind-blowing. So I'm very excited, and I'm hopefully get a few of, everyone singing along to My People and raised like that. I'm so excited for it.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
Yep.
Everybody will be standing there, and they will be singing out of... we'll make sure that
Wonderful.
it's going to happen. So wonderful stuff. I want to thank you for popping in to Country Thursday. You've just put it on a whole next level. And I think it's going to be... Somebody mentioned it earlier. there's a couple of artists that need to pull up their socks because it's gonna be. I mean, really, how are you gonna follow this? It's
Yeah.
gonna be wonderful. I can't wait for it. The Cape Town Country Festival, 26th, 27th of October. If you haven't got your tickets yet, this is what you can expect times 100 with his band. It's going to be awesome. And with everybody else, all the other country artists, this is going to be the biggest country festival in the world.
Yes, but before then, you can still win some tickets for the Country Festival, and
On
that is
Saturday.
this upcoming Saturday. So, James, when you are performing on Saturday, we've instructed the audience and the crowd to make their own posters.
Okay.
And feature your name in Bach Radio and CTC Fest, and the one that gets the most exposure will win tickets to the Cape Town Festival.
Wonderful. Love
and
that.
I'll tell you what, I'll top that. Let's throw into general access tickets for the Cape Town Country Festival. Let's do a little competition quickly. So I'm going to ask you, what is the name of James's album? We'll take the 17th correct answer.
17th.
Yeah. 17th correct answer.
And go.
And go. And that person will win 2 tickets, two general access tickets to the Cape Town Country Festival, CTC 24. James, thanks so much for stopping by, not only here, but stopping by in South Africa, making it a stop.
No, thank you so much. And honestly, I just want to say this, that I have just felt so welcome. Everyone tells me, and I've got some South African friends, and they're some of the kindest people I know. You know, we talk about Rowan Ash, and he's just an incredible person. But I've been made to feel so welcome, and it is absolutely a beautiful country with beautiful people. So I just want to say thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you. And before you go, you have to do the whole Table Mountain thing if you can. Just drive up there. I'm going to tell the security guys to take you up there.
Absolutely.
Okay, so from our side with James Johnson, we're going to finish with a song that's also the title track of the album. So that's, if you know the song, you're going to get the answer to the question. And it's absolutely just raining SMSs and WhatsApps. So they're all guessing.
Wonderful.
Let's do,
all right.
let's do
I'm not
the
going to
title
introduce
track.
it then. That's
No.
right. I was raised on a main street where everyone knows your name. Clear skies and late nights hanging out at football games. Yeah, looking back, I was born and I was raised like that. Yeah, I was raised where a man's words as firm as his handshake, where everybody cussed the flood but always prayed for rain. Yeah, looking back, I was born and I was raised like that. Yeah, I was raised up on Friday night, sticking in the small town bars. Raised up on country songs, singing out about broken hearts. Raised up on 40 acres at the end of an old dirt track. And I wouldn't be who I am right now if I was raised like that. I was raised like, I was raised like, I was raised like that. I was raised like that. I was raised like, I was raised like, I was raised like that. I was raised by a good man who showed me wrong from right. How to work hard, change a flat, and be thankful for this life, and always give back. Yeah, I was born, and I was raised like that. Night, sticking in the small town bars. Raised up on country songs, singing out about broken hearts. Raised up on 40 acres at the end of an old dirt track. And I wouldn't be who I am right now if I was raised like that. I was raised like, I was raised like, I was raised like that. I was raised like that. I was raised like, I was raised like, I was raised like that. I was told life ain't simple, but you ain't alone. Show what is love in this place I call home. So for all of these lessons, I count my blessings. I was raised up on Friday night, sticking in a small town bars. Raised up
up on country songs, singing out about broken hearts. Raised up on 40 acres at the end of an old dirt track. And I wouldn't be who I am right now if I wasn't raised like that. Raised up on Friday night, sticking in a small town bar. Raised up on country songs, singing out about broken hearts. Raised up on 40 acres at the end of an old dirt track. And I wouldn't be who I am right now if I wasn't raised like that. I was raised like, I was raised like, I was raised like that. Oh, I was raised like that. I was raised like, I was raised like, yeah, I was raised like that.
James Johnson, take a bow, my friend. That was absolutely fantastic. And see you at the Cape Town Country Festival. Please send our regards to your beautiful family. And we can't wait to host you in October. We're going to show you what South Africa is all about. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the tour. And thanks for joining us here at Bok Radio.
Thank you so much. I cannot wait. See you in October.
Awesome.
Bok Radio. Ook op Bok TV.